Welcome back to another video, and in today's video, we are back with yet another random tier list. Today, we are doing the NFL helmet tier list. Yesterday, I told you if you got 5 likes on the video, I would do the NFL helmet tier list. You guys smashed that like goal, had 13 likes, and had over 300 views. Thank you guys so much. I'm so glad that you guys liked it. So today, we are doing the NFL helmet tier list. So you can see there's a ton of helmets to go through here. I'm going to give you guys my opinion. These are the 2022 helmets, but I think they're also the exact same, so I don't know for sure. But we're going to roll with these ones. If you guys like these videos, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We are at 145 subscribers by the time I'm recording this. Amazing support. It's been amazing. It's been a great grind, and you guys have really helped me out. We are on the road to 200, so please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And let's hop into the video. So at the top, we have the Elite Design helmets. Below that, we have the pretty good helmets. Below that, we have the average helmets. Below that, we have the need some work helmets. And below that, we have, of course, the trash helmets. 32 helmets to go through. If you guys like these videos, comment down below what helmets you think are the best and what helmets you think are the worst. And if my opinions are bad or you think that you have a different opinion on it. So I'd like to hear your feedback. First up, we have the New England Patriots. It needs some work. I feel like with the Patriots, they need to do something. Actually, you know what? It's kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie. I know I'm starting off with a trash one, but if we're talking about it, it's a very, very boring design helmet. I feel like the New England logo kind of goes off the page, and it's I'm gonna put it in need some work because it's not awful, but if we're still talking about it, it's like I like the silver, but the Patriot logo does not really fit well on the logo, and then the red like I don't know what you call those, like the front part, the red like mouth part. I think it needs some work. I think it could look a lot better. Next up, we have the Arizona Cardinals. Honestly, it's a trash helmet. I'm sorry to say it, it's a trash helmet. The white is not a good white. The Cardinal is not really looking well on the helmet. It's like a regular white helmet that you can get from any single store, and then you just planted the Cardinals logo. There's no design, there's no cool design. I do not like this. The Atlanta Falcons. I don't mind this. I think it's nothing insane, but I think it's an average helmet. I don't mind the black. I like the different colors of helmets, and it's black. You got the logo, which is kind of big in the logo, which I don't mind. I think it's a bit more creative. I think it could be better, but I think it could be a lot worse as well. Next up, we have the Baltimore Ravens. I'm gonna put this in pretty good. I actually really like these helmets, especially in game. They are a pretty sick helmet. Good design, good quality, kind of similar to the Falcons, but I think it just looks a lot cleaner. Next up, we have the Buffalo Bills. This is also a pretty good design. Might be elite. I gotta look at the other ones first before I put it in elite, but it is a very, very good design. The logo pops off there, and the helmet design is pretty clean. I'm gonna give it some credit. It all works pretty well together. I'm gonna put that in pretty good. Next up, we have the Carolina Panthers. I love their logo. I love everything about them, but their helmets, it needs a little bit of work. It's actually very, very similar to the New England Patriots. I just think they could have a little bit. Actually, it's average because the colors are still insane, but I think they could have worked in a different colors. Maybe had like a teal helmet with black. That would look sick. I know they already have teal in their logo, so they don't want to go overly teal, but I think that could look really, really sick. It definitely could use some work, but it's still not bad. Next up, we have the Chicago Bears. I'm gonna put this in. It needs some work. It needs some work if we're being realistic. Yeah, I like the navy blue on the helmet with the orange C. I don't really like their logo to begin with because it's really, really boring. Doesn't really fit on the logo. Just kind of a bland logo that nobody really wants to see. Next up, we had the Cincinnati Bengals, and again, they killed it. It's another elite design. Just like the jersey that I said yesterday, it's an elite design. I like how you have the claws and the stripes going across the helmet. It's not just the normal logo. I think that is sick. I think it looks different. The orange pops off, and I really like this helmet. Next up, we have the Cleveland Browns. I get it. Their little logo is a helmet, so they're just gonna stay with there's no logo on it. It kind of makes me think that it needs some work though. It's just an orange helmet. That's it. There's nothing that is unique about it that makes me think, oh, it's the Cleveland Browns helmet. I think it needs some work. Next up, we have the Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna put this in average. It's kind of similar to the Carolina Panthers. I think it looks decent. I think it looks fine. I think it looks better than the Patriots one, even though they're similar. But at the same time, It could look a lot better. It's pretty bland. Like there's not many colors in it. I think they could have done a lot more with it. Next up, we have the Denver Broncos. I think this is average. I think it's all right. I think it's actually a higher average, though. It's decent. I like the blue that's incorporated on the helmet itself. The logo works well with it. The black, I'm gonna call it the visor at the top. I don't know if that's what it's called, but the black visor, it's clean. I just wish they had a different color, maybe like an orange instead of like the navy blue, but it's fine. Next up, we have the Detroit Lions. Pretty good. They always kill it with their helmets. They always kill it with everything. It's a pretty sick helmet. Now, what vibes me is I think that their colors really pop off in this helmet, especially in game. Like maybe their jerseys don't, but like their logo, and then you get like the blue stripe down the middle. It's pretty sick. I agree. I think it's a bland one, but it works really well. Next up, we have the Green Bay Packers, and I actually really do like this one. This might even be elite design. I'm gonna put 5 in elite design. I try to figure that out afterwards, but it's a pretty sick helmet. I like, you have the yellow because like the cheese, Wisconsin. I think that's where they play. Michigan. One of the two. If I'm wrong about that, I'm so sorry. Um, yeah, the Green Bay Packer logo, it works all well together because there's yellow in their designs, but they didn't really incorporate it with the logo, so having it be yellow is pretty sick. I really enjoyed this one. Next up, we have the Houston Texans. It needs some work. It's just really boring. It's kind of similar to the Chicago Bears, a navy blue with their logo. I don't mind their logo. But the navy blue, it's just boring. I wish they did something else. Like they need a little more pizzazz. Next up, we have the Indianapolis Colts. This is another trash one. I like the Colts. I like their jerseys most of the time. I like their logo most of the time. But it's kind of similar to the Arizona Cardinals, where it literally is just a logo on a white helmet. They could have done some more stuff. They maybe could have made it like the visor blue or something like that. There needs to be a little bit more stuff in there. I'm gonna put this in trash. Next up, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. Actually, it's a pretty average helmet, but it's a good helmet. Like you have to understand this is a good helmet. Like the black works well with the Jaguar on the logo. You could tell it's a Jaguars logo. I think it's pretty sick. I don't mind it. I'm gonna put it average. Next up is the Kansas City Chiefs. You can see I'm a sucker for the colors. This is another pretty good logo. Pretty good helmet. The red is quite nice and I wish it was a bit more bright, but I still don't mind it. Then you got the KC logo. It works really well. It's plain, but again, it works really well. Next up, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, it needs some work. It's simple as that. It needs a lot of work. It's I again the Raiders. You can't add too much color because that literally is their Raider. They don't have color on their logo or anything or any of their designs. I think they could have done something a little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner, but at the end of the day, it's not me, so I don't know what to say. It definitely could use some work. Next up, we have the Chargers, and I know I've been bashing the white helmets, but this one, I always love their logos. I love the colors. I like the yellow visor. I'm gonna put this in pretty good. I really enjoy this hat. I think the way that the bolt is like going across the whole helmet's pretty sick, and then you have the yellow visor. I'm gonna put that in pretty good. I think it's a good helmet. Next up, will be the LA Rams, one of the best helmets in the game. I think it's absolutely sick. I don't like them as a team, but of course I'm being non-biased here. It's a sick helmet. You got like the ram with the logo going across the actual helmet, which is sick. The yellow and the blue work really, really nice. And there's no like boring colors in there that pops off. It's really sick. Next up with Miami Dolphins. It's a pretty average helmet, honestly. No, actually, you know what? It's kind of it might even be trash. I'm gonna put it in and need some work. Just please, why do not just put teal in your logo? Put teal in the visor. Put teal in the helmet. It would look so much better. Next will be the Minnesota Vikings. I don't really need to talk about this one. This is one of the best helmets in the game. The purple pops off. You like the alternate Vikings logo on it, which I think is sick. I think it all works well together. It's a pretty sick design. It's also a pretty iconic design. I'm gonna put it in elite. Next will be the New Orleans Saints, and although boring, I quite like this one. The gold is decent. I think it's good in this logo. I think the logo actually works well. I think the colors are nice. I just think they could have done a little bit more. Next up is the New York Giants. I mean, this is about as bland as it gets. I'm sorry, it's trash. I know there's some Giants fans in my comments, but it's unfortunately that is trash. Actually, you know what? It needs some work because there is color. At least they're actually trying, but the logo is not good in the first place, and you put that on a blue helmet. It just it needs some work. I wouldn't mind like maybe it's like I don't know what you could have done, but I think it could be a lot better. Next up, we have the New York Jets. I actually don't mind this one. I think see, I know it's similar to the Giants one, and I get it, but the black visor I think does it better. And I think the Jets logo is just better, and it works in the logo better. I think it's going across the whole logo, while the Giants one just kind of off to the side. I'm gonna put it in average. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing that's gonna like bump your socks off, but it's still a decent logo. It works. The helmet works. Next helmet we got is the Eagles, another elite helmet. This one is sick. I love it. You have the eagle, got like the eagle like wing over the helmet, which I know is one of their like alternate logo designs. Then you got the nice like light the nice dark green is quite nice. It works with the logo, it works with the jerseys. I'm gonna put this in elite design. Next up we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. It, it's I would say it's honestly it's an average one, but it's a good average. Like the Jaguars, it's very similar. A black helmet with their logo. It's pretty bland, but it does work because those colors on the Steelers logo pops off with the black. Next up, we have the Niners. I'm not even being biased by saying this. It's my team, but I'm not being biased. This is one of the best helmets. You got the gold with the Niners logo with the gray visor. The gold pops off, has a bit of light. In the actual game, it pops off the helmet so nice. The logo works really, really well. This is an elite design. That is my last elite design on this one. Next up, we have the Seahawks. It's trash. First of all, why is the Seahawk going on the back of the helmet? Why is it not more towards the front? Second of all, the color, it's a navy blue. Can you have not just done that alternate green color? That's sick. Maybe it won't look like your actual team, but I think it's sick. I gotta put that in trash. Next up, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's another average one. I'm sorry to everyone. If I'm messing up your logos, it's boring. Also, the Buccaneers logo actually kind of looks like it's going through the helmet, which I don't know if I like. A little too big in my opinion. It's a pretty average logo. Next up, the Tennessee Titans. I don't know where to put this. I think it needs a little bit of work. I'm not gonna lie. It needs just a little something. It just needs a little something. I think it could look a lot better. I don't know what else to say about it. I just think it could look a lot better. I think the colors don't do it justice. I think it could look like I wish they did that like light baby blue that they done in their jerseys because those are sick. And last but not least, we have the Washington Commanders. It's very, very boring, but at least they have some color. I'll put it in needs some work. And that's gonna it. If you like this, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys again for so much for the support. The growth has been amazing on this channel, and I really do appreciate it. If you guys want to see another like jersey helmet tier list, give this video to 5 likes, and I'll do another one next week. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!